better not start the questions. I'll get in trouble.
What's your message for Super Tuesday voters? Everyone, please move this mic. Super Tuesday, Sam, do you have a message for voters? Thanks, come on.
Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Democrats have officially hit the panic button on Joe Biden. It's becoming painfully obvious that they can no longer hide his cognitive decline, and they don't know what to do. We're going to see the latest desperate attempts Democrats are making to salvage what's left of their chances for 2024 and why it's all too little, too late. Something flew rather inconspicuously under the radar on Super Tuesday, something that you might have missed. Joe Biden became the first presidential incumbent in 40 years to actually lose a primary. Biden lost the U.S. territory of American Samoa to a little-known candidate named Jason Palmer, and as such, Biden became the first incumbent president to lose a primary since Jimmy Carter in 1980. Now, while it's understandable given Trump's unprecedented dominance on that day, we can see how that primary loss could fly under the radar, but it underscores precisely just how politically weak Biden is. All the polling shows the same bleak picture. Biden is politically imploding, and the panic is obviously beginning to set in. Watch the queen of diversity hires, Karine Jean-Pierre, utterly and completely melt down when confronted about bumbling Biden's constant reliance on note cards.
If I may, the president, I noticed, had note cards at the border when he was doing his briefing there. He also had note cards last Friday with the Italian prime minister. Why does the president rely so heavily on note cards?
You're upset because the president has note cards? You're asking me a question about the president having note cards?
I'm asking why.
The president who has had probably one of the most successful first 3 years of an administration than any modern day president. He's done more in the first 3 years than most presidents who had 2 terms. You're asking me about note cards? I'm not speaking to you right now, James. I'm talking to your friend over here, Ed. So thank you so much. But thank you so much for interjecting. Go ahead, Ed.
I was just asking why he relies so heavily on note cards.
I think what's important here and what the American people care about is how this president is delivering for them. And that's what he's doing. And that's what's the most important thing here.
Wow. That's now Karen Jean-Pierre. That's Karine turning into a Karen because she obviously sees the same thing we're all seeing. In fact, she's getting a closer look at it than most. She knows exactly what that reporter is asking, and she's pissed because that reporter didn't seem to get the memo. You don't ask questions like that. Instead, you're supposed to function as a useful idiot like Joe Scarborough over at MSNBC, who recently made perhaps the single most tortured argument imaginable. You wouldn't believe this unless you saw it with your own eyes and heard it with your own ears. Take a look.
But comparing that guy's mental state, I've said it for years now, he's cogent. But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically, because he's been around for 50 years. And, you know, I don't know if people knew this or not, Biden used to be a hothead. Sometimes that Irishman would get in front of the reasoning. Sometimes he would say things he didn't want to say. This is, and I don't really, you know what, I don't really care. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. And I've known him for years. The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it.
Gang, you know I'm very passionate about the fact that we can't rescue our nation if we don't first take care of ourselves. And health starts actually with our livers. Now, if you think about it, we throw everything at our livers. Cholesterol, alcohol, toxins, Tylenol, statins, cigarettes. That's why so many of us feel sluggish. Our fatty livers make us gain weight and lose energy. But thanks to today's sponsor, there really is a very real solution. Liver Health Formula is an all-natural supplement which contains 12 clinically proven botanicals that help recharge and protect your liver. It's manufactured right here in the USA and approved by independent American doctors. And if you click on that link below right now, you can try Liver Health Formula and receive a free bottle of blood sugar formula when you order today. So don't let a fatty liver keep you sluggish and inactive. Gang, as many of you know, I myself recently lost over 60 pounds, and I could say it was one of the best decisions I ever made. So now it's your turn. Click on that link below or go to getliverhelp.com/Turley and claim your free bonus gift. That's getliverhelp.com/Turley. So you heard Scarborough yourself. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it. Here, let me fix this all for you, Joe. If it weren't for what we were all seeing with our own eyes, you wouldn't have to say it. There, that's better. If it weren't for the fact that we can all see that Biden can't string two intelligible sentences together, or walk without physical assistance, or refrain from note cards with instructions, not on just what to say, but instructions on what to actually do, you wouldn't have to have said what you just said. And you'll notice Scarborough's guests, I mean, they were frankly shocked. They had no idea what to say. I mean, they know no one buys Scarborough's blatant lying there. They know that. No one, but not even Scarborough himself believes what he just said there. Case in point, Hillary Clinton. Even Clinton is openly acknowledging that, yes, Biden is old and feeble. Yeah, there's just no getting around that, but you just need to get over it. I mean, after all, what would you rather have, old and feeble or Donald Trump? That's basically their campaign slogan at this point. You want old and feeble, or do you want Donald Trump? I mean, seriously, look at this, gang. I mean, you can't make this up. Biden tweeted this out yesterday. This is real. He's telling everyone to tune into his State of the Union tonight. But look at the date. It's the wrong freaking day and year. He retweeted last year's State of the Union plug. That's what Joe Scarborough just called intellectually and analytically better than ever. There are simply no words for that level of delusion. Again, make no mistake. What we're seeing here between Scarborough and Clinton is absolute panic. It's an indicator they don't know what to do, these discrepant reactions. Scarborough's doubling down on stupid. And Clinton is just doubling down on desperation. Yeah, we know he's feeble, but what would you rather have, a fascist? But either way, they know it's panic time. They know it's time to hit the panic button. Take a look at this. This really says it all. Who just endorsed President Trump yesterday? Who came out and publicly endorsed Trump? None other than the turtle man himself, Mitch McConnell, swamp creature par excellence. And not only did McConnell endorse Trump, of course, he did that on the heels of his announced retirement. What does that say? It says the Republicans are going into November totally united in a way that the Democrats are not. Again, Joe Biden was not just the first incumbent to lose the primary, a primary in 40 years. Not only that, in the recent Michigan primary, Biden lost one of the most Democrat districts in the whole of Michigan, Dearborn. So the single most densely populated Muslim town in the nation. Biden won it by 70% of the vote in 2020. Gang, last week he lost Dearborn. He lost to the generic uncommitted vote, and he lost by 3-1 vote. It was a protest vote against Biden's policies in the Middle East. The very Arab American constituency that had voted for Biden by 70% in 2020 has come out and said they're going to do everything they can to make sure he loses in 2024. Trump has unified the GOP, all as Biden's largely lost the Democrats. That's what's really behind this panic. More and more Democrat operatives are openly recognizing that 2024 is slipping through their fingers, and there's nothing they can ultimately do about it. Hey gang, I just wanted to give you a huge note of thanks to each and every one of you, the thousands of you that have recently clicked on the link below and joined our Insiders Club. As many of you know, we took a big hit from big tech. Our channel was completely and totally demonetized, but you, literally thousands of you, stepped in and you rescued me and this channel by bypassing big tech and joining our Insiders Club. You made it loud and clear to the Silicon Valley oligarchs that we're a movement, an army of like-minded patriots who refuse to be silenced by the international woke police. And so once again, I just want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you who have joined our Insiders Club for coming to our rescue. And for those of you who want to join in on the effort and take action, gang, just click on the link below and join our email list. That way we will never, ever, ever lose touch with each other, no matter what big tech does. So just click on that link below, join our email list, and become a part of an army of literally hundreds of thousands of patriots dedicated to taking our nation back, most importantly, together.